Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. It's Gigi. So there was something I was thinking about while I was sitting here and just kind of vegging out, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my afternoon before I had to go get my son. And I got a vision of a happy family. Joy and laughter, special moments, rainbows and sunshine. Family just out enjoying the day, embracing the challenges of life. It's spirits enhancing the happiness in this family. It's well deserved, I'm being told. And a family doesn't mean a wife and a husband and, all the kids and the dog and the cat, whatever. A happy family could be whatever it is for you, whether it's you yourself or you and your child or children and the pet or, a whole big family, however it is. Whoever you are for this message, your family is going to be blessed with an abundance of gratefulness, gratitude, it's the same thing, but those are the words Spirit's showing me. Gratefulness and gratitude, being grateful for what you have and being thankful. Because during these rough times that a lot of the world is going through, you're still where you are, being blessed with a roof over your head, an ability to watch this video, food in your refrigerator, gas in your car, a car, being able to pay your bills without falling behind, having the luxury of being able to go to the store and buy pretty much whatever you want, And if that's not where you are, that may be the abundance and the enhanced blessing that Spirit's going to give you, is that ability to do that with a gift, an abundant gift that's going to make things more plentiful for you. To be able to have an idea and be able to have the financial abundance to be able to go get the materials to create it without really any worry about what's going on in the bank, because all your ducks are in a row and your financial maturity is there. Spirit's going to come in and he's going to bless you in such a way that's going to be mind-blowing, by maybe increasing your weekly income by $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 or $6,000, by getting you to a point where you have financial security and stability and successfulness from now for the rest of your life. You hear that train? I don't know if you guys can hear that train. He wants to bless you with being able to come out on top this time. Every other time there was any kind of financial hardship, it would rain down upon you like fire and brimstone, where you may have, been resulted in moving back in with family or living out of a car or whatever the case may be. It was all a humbling situation to remind you that what God giveth, God can taketh away. Had to remind you. And now that you've recognized your gratefulness, please be very much cautious about not letting the gratitude part be forgotten. Because making sure the gratitude you have for God, towards God, is your first priority. Then yourself, and then everybody else. You got to take care of you to be able to take care of them. And having a good, healthy relationship with Spirit is the most important to get you through the things that you need to get through. These challenges that you keep embracing that allow you to have the happy family that you have, accepting them and just dive bombing them and just attacking it with everything you got and saying, I'm going to gobble up this challenge and spit it out and make it my you-know-what. Yeah. Spirit wants to bless you with an abundance. And He's going to. It may already be showing through. And if it hasn't already, you may need to look deeper within yourself and do, the shadow work that needs to be done to get you where you need to be, to make sure that you stay humble and that you are focused on, what's right in front of you and not worrying about the things that you can't control. If you're alone and you're just missing some companionship and you want something to brighten your day, to make that beautiful morning even more beautiful, seeing the sun just stream through your curtains, and you want somebody to share it with, and if you're not ready for a relationship yet and you're not in a space to where you can, maybe get you a little dog. I see a little white, little furry, little beautiful little thing that just wants to sit there and look at you and lick you and tell you to wake up and feed them and walk them and love them and throw the bolly and take the ropey and just play. It's a little fluffy thing. Kind of looks like, I don't know, a Bichon, or it's not a poodle. It's like a big white fluff ball. It looks, I don't know. It's got a big old cute. It's cute. Whatever it is, it's cute. You could put a little pink bow in there. Okay. A little white fluff ball that just wants to love on somebody. Okay, if you're craving that companionship and you're not ready for a relationship, well, then go get the dog. If you're not a dog person, go get a cat, but I see a dog. So whatever it is for you. I don't know. But Spirit wants to enhance your life by making the family that you have, the people that you spend the most time with, even if it's yourself. He wants to enhance the happiness that you have by giving you a gift. And it may come in the by way of a tiny little fluff ball, of a little furry thing that loves you and kisses you and licks you and makes you get up and go for walks. Yes, walkies are the best. Leave the phone and all the tech at home and just go for the walk with the dog. I do that all the time with Bo. Speaking of which, I need to do that now. But the point is that listen, pay attention, let your heart guide you. It's like let your conscience be your guide. No, let your heart be your guide this time. Let it guide you right to where it needs to be to find the happiness that you need right now. If you feel the urge, and you're in a relationship, right? And you're feeling the urge to just be emotionally needy right then and there, and and you two have kind of been distant and separated emotionally for a little while, maybe that emotional want to be clingy is a need from both of you, and you're being called in by their energy to pull you into their arms and you want to just be in each other's arms. And that other person may be so stubborn that they can't say it because they're just guarded, emotionally guarded, because they don't want to be shut down or have an explosion. They're just they're walking on eggshells when they don't have to. They may be conditioned and traumatized by some things, and they're working on healing. Love takes time to heal when you're hurting so much. Just be patient. And when you feel the urge to go be emotionally clingy, go, because you know what? So I can almost positively guarantee that you two are calling each other in when you feel that overwhelming feeling of needing to be held. So just do it. Give into those moments. Don't fight them. Give into the moments of being emotionally vulnerable. Telling your truest inner feelings of why you do certain things. Just talking. And don't raise your voice over anything normal. Just let your emotions come out in the words that you say and the emotions in your eyes and all of that. Give into the relationship. Let your heart guide you. If you are in a relationship right now, it's because you're meant to be. And Spirit wants to enhance it. So pay attention to your inner feelings. Pay attention to those gut feelings and those overwhelming emotions. Don't fight them. Stop fighting them. Because that may very well be why you're blocking what you already have. and not feeling the romance that's really there, it's because something's blocking it. Some kind of emotional manipulation from past relationships that may not be for your best good are holding you back from letting go of whatever it is you're holding on to fully commit and to the romance that's right in front of you. It's really there. You just have to be open to receiving it. Let your mind be cleared from any of the veils that have been placed on you by tantric connections from past relationships, emotional ties to past relationships, black magic and karmic situations with past relationships that just want to hold on to you and keep you in the darkness from having your wish fulfillment. It's right there in front of you. It's right there in front of you. Whether you have to do it on your own this time until you get to the point where you feel healed, get you a little dog. Let me tell you, I had one. I have Bobby now. He's not the same, but I had my little dog that I needed right then and there to kind of guide me to where I needed to be to find my complete wish fulfillment. Go find you a little friend that can guide you and help you and protect you. And let me tell you, the moment you see them, you'll know. They will make it very well known. Very well known. There's going to be, you'll build a bond with that, whatever beautiful familiar, we'll call them the familiar, that you are meant to meet. The bond you have with that beautiful creature is going to be something you know nothing can compare to. Nothing. Remembering every detail of their perfect little face and their beautiful little eyes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the cuteness of their softy ears, if they have them, or their little fluff ball of a head. Like the pretty little white dog I'm seeing has a pink little bow, and it's like a big fluff ball that they I don't know if it's called a Bichon or whatever, but they're like purest white. Have to get them groomed, of course, but I know that feeling. And if you're alone right now, that's the reason why, is because there's a familiar calling to you. And if you have your familiar already, it's time for you to pay more attention to them. Give in to the extra walkies. And when they bring you the ropey, play with it. Or if they beg for a treat, give it to them. They only live a few short years. You're lucky to have a dog over the age of 10. You really are. With all the crap that's in the food and the water and the pollutants out in the air and in the soil, like, these animals are lucky to be alive, man. We are all lucky to be alive with what's going on in the world and everything falling apart. Go get you a little friend. And if you already have a human friend companion, put some more into it. Stop holding back. Give in. Because the happy family is right in front of your face. You can have it. You can find happiness in the solitude that you're in, learning to be on your own and finding your independence, and also learning how to love yourself for exactly who you are. Or you are being blessed with a companion that you two balance each other out. Sometimes in one's life cycle, they're meant to be in a position for a duration where they are on their independence and learning to love being alone and taking care of themselves and living a healthy and happy life and going out on the adventures that they want to do with somebody else, but doing it with themselves and finding peace and joy in the solitude, not feeling like it's a burden and a punishment. I don't know. You know, there are days when we, look at our families, if we have kids and husbands and wives and all of that, and the dogs and the cats and the hamsters and the guinea pigs and all the things that we have in our houses, and the family and the parents and the in-laws and the siblings and the cousins and all of that come in. It's just like you get so overwhelmed. You're like, I wish I missed my solitude. But when we're in the solitude, we're like, we don't want to be here. Well, you're in the position you're in right now to make you remember that what God giveth, God can taketh away. And if you're not respectful and grateful and showing gratitude, all of the things that you wished and hoped for and you wish and beg for now, you had or could have if you just work on you. So paying attention to what you have right in front of you is the best solution to any problem. You don't have to think about the past because it's behind you. Why stand with your head going this way, bumping into everything in front of you when you could be working with what's in front of you, you know? But sometimes it causes us to think too far ahead, and that causes anxiety. And that's no good, right? So staying in the present moment, focusing on what you see. You know, I learned a technique when it comes to my son when he gets angry or when he's being too hyper and overstimulated. I had to learn to sit him down, make him focus on my eyes, and then ask him to find 5 things around him that he can tell me about to kind of bring him back into the moment. And you know, when you're having these problems, when you're looking to the past for too long or looking too far into the future for too long, get yourself to look at your hands and then look up and find 5 things that you can focus on and speak about out loud, whether you're alone or not. That'll help you refocus and recenter. And that's where those little furries come in handy, because especially when they're linked to you like a familiar, they're going to know when you need them, and they'll probably be right by your feet. So all you have to do is look at your hand and then look for them, or just look for them, and they'll bring you back. So you don't have to live in the depression of being lonely. It'll give you an opportunity to work on the things that need to be worked on so you can find happiness in the solitude. To forgive yourself for the things that need to be forgiven, and will allow you to open up to forgive those that have that have trespassed against you. Yeah. You know, video games and television and text messaging and social media are fun for a span. But if you consume yourself in that life, it's like Ready Player One. They get lost in the oasis, and, you know, sometimes it brings people together, but sometimes it can tear people apart. Or sometimes it can manipulate people into believing one thing when in reality it's something completely different. Don't live in that life. Live in the real life. Live in the real world. It's not so bad. It's what you make of it, truthfully. And I had to learn that myself. It's what you make of it. And if you know, lift your eyes up to the heavens, to the purest white light, it'll help guide you out of the darkness. You just have to surrender the things that are holding you back. It takes a lot of work. A lot of work. But it's so worth it. Well, that's what I got for you now. Remember, practice gratitude. Be grateful for what you have, because it can all be taken away in a blink of an eye. Okay? Know I love you, always and forever, and so does God. It's important that you remember that. Till next time, peace.